The Ministry of Civil Aviation has imposed strict fare caps on all airlines operating on routes affected by IndiGo's ongoing operational disruption, citing unusually high airfares as opportunistic pricing. An official directive mandates immediate compliance with prescribed upper limits until normalcy is restored. The move aims to shield the distressed passengers, especially senior citizens, students and patients who have financial burden due to the crisis. The ministry will monitor real-time fare data in coordination with airlines and online travel agencies, promising swift action against violations. The intervention underscores the government's commitment to pricing discipline and passenger protection in times of airline distress. Along with this, there is special passenger support and refund cell which has been made to ensure seamless grievance redressal. IndiGo has been instructed to set up dedicated passenger support and refund facilitation cells. In a special move to assure baggage handling, the ministry has directed IndiGo to ensure that all baggage that was separated from passengers due to cancellations or delays is traced and delivered to the passenger's residential or chosen address within the next 48 hours. And normalcy is gradually returning to the airports across India following widespread IndiGo flight disruptions caused by pilot shortages and new duty time regulations. After days of chaos with over 1,000 cancellations on Friday alone, operations are stabilizing as of December 6th. Major hubs like Delhi, Mumbai have reported fewer delays, with Delhi operations steadily resuming. At the Ranchi airport, an additional IndiGo counter has been made operational to expedite rescheduling and cancellations, easing passenger woes. The airline and authorities aim for further improvements soon. As per a statement issued by IndiGo a short while ago, it is working determinedly to bring its operations back on track across the network. They also said that on Saturday, a number of cancellations has dropped. It has dropped below 850 flights, much lower compared to yesterday. IndiGo further said it is continuing to work towards addressing all customer refunds on priority. And Air India has taken steps to ensure affordability in air travel by capping economy class airfares on their non-stop domestic flights. The decision was taken to prevent the usual demand and supply-driven fare hikes generated by automated revenue management systems. The airline issued the statement after screenshots of unusually high last-minute fares. According to Air India, it's technically not possible to cap every fare permutation involving stopovers or mixed cabins. However, the airlines are engaging with third-party platforms to ensure greater oversight and prevent inflated pricing. The spokesperson added that both Air India and Air India Express are working to increase flight capacity in order to help travelers and their baggage reach their destinations as swiftly as possible. With mass cancellation of flights by IndiGo and fares of other airlines skyrocketing, the Indian Railways has come to the rescue and added 116 extra coaches to 37 trains, mostly in Southern Railway, Northern Railway, Western Railway. The coaches included 2-tier, 3-tier and chair car AC coaches. More coaches would be added to trains heading to other destinations soon. The official said that the berths would be allotted on a first-come, first-served basis, as the reservation for these extra coaches were not acceded to the computerized reservation system yet. In total, the arrangements are expected to handle 35,000 passengers per day, ensuring connectivity for nearly 26 lakh passengers during this period. And for more on that story, my colleague Shubhendu Ghosh joins us. Shubhendu, there are reports that the situation is improving, things are improving at the airports. If you could give us a sense of what is the situation at the various airports across the country, including the Delhi airport.
That's right, Amrit. We are getting some signals of some semblance of normalcy returning to airports for the passengers who have been stranded. Now it's the 5th day of the IndiGo air operation crisis. The IndiGo Airlines, in its official statement that has just come in, says that the situation is improving in the sense that as of today, only less than 850 flights were cancelled, which is a number which is lower than yesterday, although in itself it's a dramatically high number. Government has also stepped in to provide some ease to the customers. There were also concerns about other airlines unusually rising their ticket prices amidst the ongoing airline crisis concerning IndiGo. Therein, the government, using its regulatory power, has put a strict cap on the fare prices, especially the routes where these particularly high prices were being observed. Also, to IndiGo in particular, the government has mandated that by tomorrow, Sunday, 7th of December evening, all refunds must be issued of passengers who had to experience cancelled flights. Also, there are cases of where, as a passenger, you submitted your luggage at check-in, but the flight didn't take off or is indefinitely delayed, and your luggage is also stuck, and they don't have an alternative to leave the airport without their luggage. So within 48 hours, all such cases must also be resolved. So, and from Delhi airport in particular, Delhi, Ranchi, getting some updates saying that the operations for the passengers is slowly returning to normalcy. But given the scale of the crisis, Amrit, there's no expectation of any easy or quick resolution. IndiGo by itself, earlier it had said it will take about a couple of months to resolve the crisis. First week of February is when things would become normal. With the government taking a strong stand on the issue, IndiGo said that in the next 10 to 15 days, things are likely to improve. They will work on the operational issues that they had faced in the face of the FDTL policy that was earlier mandated. Now it sort of lies in abeyance for now. So in that sense, various steps are being taken, but the crisis for air passengers, IndiGo air passengers in particular, is not over for some time.
Okay. And Shubhendu, how did matters come to such a head? Give us a background of this, how the crisis evolved and how did it become so full-blown?
Right. At the heart of this crisis, Amrit, lies a certain failure of IndiGo to implement a government policy called Flight Duty Time Limitation, FDTL policy. In simple terms, it is aimed at ensuring that pilots in particular and crew in general do not experience fatigue beyond a particular point. So it was meant to ease their operations, and this was introduced about a couple of years back. In January of 2024, the policy was introduced. 1st of November this year, a few weeks ago, it was mandated compulsorily. The airlines had to take it up. As of today, it lies in abeyance. But the moment this policy was implemented strictly by the government officially, IndiGo, the largest airline service, domestic airline service in the country, which controls about 65% of the air passengers in India, was not prepared for that kind of a policy implementation. It did not have the workforce, the crew, the pilots to make sure that it could carry on their operations efficiently. So what happened was that many pilots and crew were then officially mandated to go on leave as per the new policy. And flight cancellation was the result, so much so that in the past 4 or 5 days, over 1,000 flights, IndiGo flights have been cancelled. And as compared to other airlines, IndiGo in particular appears to have fallen short in implementing this policy. But given the kind of inconvenience that it has caused to people, the government for now has relaxed the rules, but at the same time it has remarked that these rules were meant to ensure air travel safety, the fatigue issues related to the pilots. So those concerns still are a key priority for the government and should be for the airlines as well. But for now, the priority, the focus would be on easing the kind of crisis that air passengers have to go through. There are different alternatives. Other airlines are also stepping up their service. Indian Railways also is coming up with extra coaches. But yet again, for the crisis to be resolved completely, it should take perhaps longer.
Okay. We'll leave it there. Shubhendu, many thanks for joining us and giving us the